again. Welcome in. Welcome in. It is currently, it's a Saturday. It's 4:49 p.m. 14 degrees out with wind chills down to -5. And we're just starting. I'm going to DoorDash for at least 5 hours today. I don't know. Actually, you know what? We're going online together right now. Let's schedule it out until 9 p.m. And then I'm going to immediately multi-app because Grubhub was decent on my last shift. So let's go online with Grubhub. I'm going to wait on Uber Eats. I mean, maybe I shouldn't. Let's just go online with Uber Eats. Take a photo of yourself. I was going to say 6 hours, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do 6 or just 5. Welcome in, though. Hello, it is cold. Anthony, thanks for being here. Best time to dash, 4 to 9 p.m. Thursday through Sunday. Is this the first one? 1690, 4.5 miles. Quoted for 40 minutes. 50, 60, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 40. 1690, 4.5 miles. For 40 minutes. I feel like I could do even better, though. You know what? $16.90, 4.5. $16.90. That's a good dollars to mile. For 40 minutes, though, I feel like I can do a little bit more for 40 minutes. Wow, but they're both around here. I have 30 seconds left. $16.90, 4.5 miles. It's a stacked offer. Hello, hello. What's up? Oh, here's one for 50 minutes. This is out of the zone. For an hour, $15 includes expected. You know what? You know what? This is pretty sweet. You know what? I'm going to decline it because you know why? This is crazy. Welcome in. Hey, Grace, thanks for being here. Flay, thanks for being here. Randomly found your channel a few weeks ago. You're very entertaining. Thank you. Guess what I took? I'm going to go offline with Grubhub unless DoorDash does something wild right now. 10 for 7.2 on a stack. I'm going to decline that. I'm going to give DoorDash another second. So what I did, I declined. Interesting. I declined that 16 for like 4 something. Yeah, I think this is it again. I think it came through again. It's going to be flipped, which is annoying, I know. 1670. Well, this is 8.4. This isn't the exact offer because they gave me well, it's not $30 per hour peak pay. No. You know what? I'm going to go offline because I accepted something on Uber Eats. That's hilarious. What a great start to this shift in video. I film, by the way, if you're just joining here live. So, well, the goal is $30 an hour. That's what the title is referencing. I accepted this one. $30. There's my first $30 an hour. I already made $30 an hour. $30.64 for 11.1 miles. Almost, not quite $3 a mile. And it's quoted to take 53 minutes. So it might be under an hour. And I made, well, I'm going to make, knock on wood, as long as everything goes smoothly, $30.64. That's my first stacked offer. Now, it's going a little bit out of the zone. Well, there's no zones on Uber Eats. But you see it's going out of the tunnels a little bit. But it should be close enough that I don't really care. For $30.64, this is why you multi-app. First offer. What a way to start it. Man. This is why you watch. This is the second time that we're doing these lives on the shift, and you're starting as soon as I start. Pretty sweet. Now, as you know, I'm going to film the standard videos. So let's bounce out of this parking lot and do it. So I'm doing Arby's first. This is a $30 stack. That is crazy. Okay, so here we go. Now, I went online and, just for some reason, I felt like, you know what? I have the apps. Let me just multi-app. Driving on different apps at the same time and selecting the best offer for you. So I went online with DoorDash, and I'm like, well, let me go online with Grubhub. My last shift, Grubhub, did a little something, right? And I thought, maybe I'll just wait on Uber Eats, because Uber Eats sometimes sends me like $low offers. And then I thought, you know what? I'll just go online with Uber Eats. Why not, right? Now, DoorDash sent me 1670 or something for, I think it was maybe 6.8 miles or something. Pretty decent. And it was quoted for around 40 minutes. So I want you to get 20 to 25, ideally, as much as you can make, right? So I'm thinking 16 some for 40 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty good. But it was the first offer they sent. And I had a feeling I could do better. Risk tolerance, right, is what we talk about. So I declined it. And look at what I got on Uber Eats. I got $30.64. That is wild. I rarely get like $20 plus, $25 plus, let alone a $30 offer for a stack for Arby's. Now, Uber Eats doesn't show you both restaurants, which isn't like wonderful, but still for 30 bucks for 53 minutes, for 11.1 miles. So it's just under $3 a mile.
Thank you for your business.
I want you to get like $1.75.
Please scan your ticket or scan your month. Thank you for your business.
There it goes.
Please drive safely.
Ticket wouldn't scan. So this is an insane $30 for 53 minutes for just under $3 a mile on this stack. Wonderful. Isn't that crazy? Hey, Justin, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I got a $30 stack, folks, on Uber Eats. Man, that is nice. Yeah, I know the Arby's this is going to. They're fine. They're decent. What's up, Thomas? Thanks for being here. You're joining me live for, 5 hours. We just started. Let me zero out the trip odometer. That is a great way to start it, folks. I'm pumped. How are you? Grande, thanks for being here. This is the second time that we're doing this. So here's how this works, okay? Because this is the only second time we've done these lives, at least as of late. So here's the ground rules. Obviously, I can't look at you a ton when I'm driving, but at red lights, I can talk to you and stuff. We're still making our way out of the strip. So like this, hello, when I'm at a red light. How you doing? Fade, if you have an old account, if it was just deleted, you can make another account. If it was deactivated, not really, because it's going to be tied to something. Your phone number, your driver's license, your direct deposit. So if it was deactivated, that's different. But if you just like deleted it, then, that's fine. So how do you think it's going to go today? If we started our first offer at $30, it's pretty sweet. I'm fueled up and ready to go. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, now if you were deactivated, is what you're telling me, they do have an appeals process. So if you think you can appeal it, now if it was a year ago, I'm not sure exactly how that would work timeline-wise with the deactivation appeal. You can always try to message support or email them or something. Now keep in mind, you know, some egregious offenses, DUI and stuff like that, I mean, you can't appeal that. They're going to deactivate it. Jose, let's go. I appreciate the diamond little super sticker. So here's how mobile works. We were talking about like how the live stream is going to work. You double tap the stream to like it. I think this does something, right? Does this do something? No, someone told me that does something. So double tap it to like it. Now, do you see that heart icon? That heart icon to your right, if you tap that, it'll open up emojis and you can send what's called live reacts. So if you like something, if you want to like react to it with little emojis, that always helps because it tells YouTube that, you know, you like the live stream. So consider it if you want to do that. They have a whole bunch of other stuff. They have like gifting with the jewels. That's what that little gift icon is. And then your standard supers, super chats and super stickers, like Jose said with the little diamond sticker. But if anything, I just appreciate you being here. We're going to talk about all of these gig apps today. You're going to see it live. You're going to see the surprises, the earnings. Okay, I was just making sure this person wasn't going to turn into me. Yeah, and you're going to see it happen in real time. And then this, as you saw, gets filmed and on my regular camera and gets turned into a regular video. So if you like chilling with me and learning some things along the way, hopefully, you know, I can entertain you a bit as well. I would love for you to be on these live streams. I can schedule them out in the future if you want. We're just kind of testing this stuff, you know? What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, or if you want like, you know, a shorter summary, obviously, then, you know, subscribe to watch the videos. Take 20% off for taxes and wear and tear. I would actually save 30%, 25 to 30%. You have federal, state, possibly local, and self-employment tax. We have to pay that extra self-employment tax because you're a 1099 independent contractor. We can get into taxes and stuff like that, but off the bat, just make sure you're setting aside like 25, 30 to be safe. If you set aside too much, fine, you have some extra savings, right? But make sure you're saving enough. And then talk to your CPA or tax professional. You may have to pay quarterly estimates as well. It's a good idea to pay quarterly estimates. So what that is just paying your taxes ahead of time. Every quarter, and then there's due dates from the IRS where you'll just put money up front. You know, I anticipate I'm gonna owe $5,000 in taxes, so I pay $1,250 or whatever it is every quarter, something like that. What's up, Gavin? Yeah, Will says, is it true tips don't get taxed this year? I can't speak to tax law. I'm not a tax attorney. They do have the no tax on tips. Up to $25,000 in your tips. So up to $25,000, I believe, yes, it offsets your taxable income. So what that means is you still claim that as income, but it offset, like it's tax exempt or whatever they say. So it offsets your taxable income. So if you made like $80,000 and then you had $20,000 in tips, then your taxable income is $60,000. And I believe that's like in addition to your deductions, like your mileage deductions. Again, not a CPA. This is the first year that we have that. So speak to your CPA, your tax professional. I do my taxes through TurboTax, not sponsored. Although they they wanted to do a sponsorship, and I said, okay, guys, let's do it. And then they ghosted me. So I've used their platform for like 5-6 years, guys. So let's build something together. Catman, it's 72.5 cents. 70 cents was, well, yeah, you're right, actually. 70 cents was for 2025. So when we file our taxes, if you haven't filed already, you take your business miles times 70 cents. That's why use our app. We're adding mileage tracking to ShiftMate. That's our app, ShiftMate. For iOS, we're coming to Android. But you take those miles that you documented times 70 cents. For this year, it is 72.5 cents. Now, there's a general mileage deduction, and then there's an actualized expense method where you literally save every single receipt. CPA, right? Again, we don't need to get into the boring taxes too much. So there's different ways to take those expenses. Hey, Sean, thanks for watching from Indiana, PA, about an hour and 25 minutes away from here. Funny story, folks. So I was in the band all through college. There's a person dressed up as like a little Liberty person, Liberty Bell, and they're waving a flag for tax services. They gotta be freezing. And yeah, I was like the student leader in the band. It's called the drum major. So I was a student leader, and we went to a university out there in Indiana. It's called IUP, Indiana University of Pennsylvania, for like a little drum major camp. It was really fun. It was a good time. If anyone's kids are interested in doing music, or if you want to get them into music, I think it's a great experience. The band and subsequently the marching band was a really good time. And we went to IUP. Well, I was the student drum major for 3 years, so I went 3 years to that camp. It was pretty cool. How do you invest your earnings, Pete? You mean me specifically? I mean, I can't give you financial advice. There's always safe investing strategies, you know, S&P 500, Vanguard, total market, like international market, you know, those ETFs and savings account. Now, trust me, I'm still nowhere near where I want to be with investing in savings. I'm actually trying to pay down some credit card debt and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of YouTube videos and stuff on investing. I'm so clueless with taxes, Hoppy Hiker. So yeah, taxes, if you've done gig work and if you make over $600, the respective app, DoorDash, Uber, Grubhub, they'll send you what's called a 1099 NEC, non-employee compensation. It's just a record of how much money you made, basically. So DoorDash is gonna say, hey, you earned $10,000 last year on this form. You take that form into TurboTax or your CPA, H&R Block, whatever it is, and you just show them, like, hey, here's how much money I made. And then they file that. And then you have any expenses, those mileage deductions, like I mentioned, mileage times whatever it is, 70 cents for last year. So DoorDash says you made 10,000, and then you, let's say, have a $2,500 deduction, then you're taxed on that remaining amounts. Now, remember, this year we have that no tax on tips. It's new to me too, but that should help as well. Will they send it in the mail? A lot of them are electronic now. Now, you should have gotten a prompt or an email asking if you wanted to take what's called like e-delivery or e-filing, because they don't typically mail them anymore. And I believe a lot of the times it'll default to e-delivery. So maybe search your email for e-delivery, or you can search for 1099. You can also get those forms digitally, typically, in the apps themselves. So in the apps, you go into settings, usually under accounts, and then it'll say like tax info. And then you can download your forms there as well. You should also have been prompted to provide like legal name, address, or just to verify that, because that info is going to be on those forms as well. So, you know, you want to make sure that your tax info is updated. because that's where they would mail the form anyway. Okay, we're at Arby's. My camera is still broken. Obviously, this is the same phone. I think this place wants me to go in the lobby, so let me go in the lobby. So yeah, my camera's gonna shake a little bit. It's annoying, I know it's broken. That's probably really annoying to look at. So let me go pick up this Arby's. I'll be right back. You know, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I could have used the drive-thru. That's fine. I think I've used the drive-thru there before. Ready immediately. I opened the door and it was kind of smoky in there. I'm like, is that haze? Is that smoke or what is that? It wasn't like super bad. I'm just like, Welcome in, everybody. If you're watching, I am DoorDashing and driving on different gig apps for 5 hours. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're taking a $30 stack right now. Here, I got a red light. We're taking a $30 stack on Uber Eats. Take a look, take a look, take a look, take a look. Yeah, I know. Saint Nick says, I hate whenever I go through the drive-thru and they tell you to go in the lobby. I know, right? So now we're going to Friendship Beer Distributor. Should be ready immediately. You know, another alcohol run. Wait. I don't know if I've done alcohol on Uber Eats. Oh, this might be a great experience to see how is the verification process on Uber Eats. Yeah, I have not done alcohol on their platform at least in recent memory. Huh. Okay, sweet. I'm glad you're here for this. Yeah, I know it's backwards. So the reason the image is backwards is because I'm streaming natively from the YouTube app, and for whatever reason, this is how the YouTube app does it. I believe it's because like I'm using the front camera and like it's really annoying. There's workarounds. I could use another streaming software that StreamYard, the software that I use to live stream. So I might try StreamYard. It's just I'm concerned with connection, because then I would be streaming through StreamYard and then it goes to YouTube versus just streaming straight from the YouTube app. So I just want to make sure, you know, your viewing experience is good. We're here already. All right. We're here at Beer on Butler. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Beer on Butler. Friendship Beer Distributor. All right. You know the deal. Little Colt 45 pack. It is so cold. Hello. It wants me to go down the alley. I've never gone down the alley. Let's do it. Now I know another way to go out of the exit there. Uber lowered base pay to $150. Talk about it. Hey guys, did you know that Uber lowered base pay to $150? I'm talking about it. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to look at my pay breakdown after the orders where it says the base pay to see if I have that. I did see that before in someone else's video. There was a comment about that. Listen, they can do whatever they want. If I'm not making good money, I'm not gonna use their platform. You know, I'm gonna use the platform that pays me the most. So if any app is doing anything that hurts your earnings, I mean, don't delete them. Just, you know, see if you get pay from tips, bonus pay, or yeah, base pay. I'm just gonna use the app that pays me the most. You know, I'm not gonna overthink it. I don't really care if it comes from base pay, promotional pay, or tips, because that's the payment breakdown of these apps. It's always an interesting, like not even dichotomy. Isn't that two things? Trichotomy, is that even a word? It's an interesting kind of situation because they are balancing promotional pay, base pay, and then, you know, customers are tipping, of course, and that's the pay structure. While also, of course, maximizing profits and whatnot. I'm gonna stay in, well, they're charging, okay. So we'll go this way. So this first drop off is this, leave a door, nice. So first drop off on this huge stacked offer is what was the first pickup? Yeah, the Arby's. So that's the first one here. $25 offer, base pay was $150 for a double order. Ugh. Where did the 25 come from? Where did the rest of the pay come from? Okay. Let me just film this pickup. Both pickups were ready. We had the Arby's. It was a little hazy inside. I don't know if it was smoky from something. Maybe someone fried the fries too long. That was ready. And then, you know what's really interesting? I had the Friendship Beer Distributor on Uber Eats. I don't think I've ever really done an alcohol verification on Uber Eats, not in recent memory. Now I have a big 15 pack, here, hold on. A big case of Colt 45. So I'm gonna show you that process because I've done a bunch of DoorDash as of late. And DoorDash tells me to have the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board magnets on my car. I haven't gotten any prompts for that on Uber Eats. So I'm curious how this verification process is gonna go. I assume easy enough, but I've never done that before. Well, again, at least in recent memory. Anything else? Nah, we're good. I do cherry pick. It's the only way to make money on these apps. Is cherry picking the best strategy? I've always cherry picked, or the margin strategy, we call it. You know, always. I mean, you can look back years ago and I was talking about, you know, cherry picking basically. Is it the only way or like the best way to make money? I don't know if it's the only way, but I kind of feel like it is the best way, you know? I don't like programs or incentives that encourage not a mandatory acceptance rate, but a high acceptance rate. You know, accepting 50, 60, 70, 80% of offers. I want to have the flexibility to accept exactly what I want to accept. So it's the best way for me, you know, cherry picking. Yeah. drive North Hills. You know, I've always driven here in like the center of Pittsburgh. It's just what I'm familiar with. I mean, I could definitely drive in other areas though. Am I coming through still or no? It's always this road. It's always Bigelow Boulevard. I learned from truck driving, they don't take anything less than $2 a mile. Yeah, thanks, Mark. Trudim. Yeah, I mean, I always lose you a little bit here. Right on Bigelow. It's the same thing that happened last time. Most all of the city was pretty decent. It's just this road up here for whatever reason. And yeah, talking about the mileage pay, listen, I tell you, $1.75, $2 to $3 plus. Think about it. The IRS this year is saying 72.5 cents. What does that mean? 72.5 cents. That is like a summation, a generalization of the operating costs of using a vehicle for business. And that encompasses everything. Insurance, wear and tear, gas. They say, let's just make it easy so you don't have to like count every penny. Generally, it costs 72.5 cents. That's what that means. Now, again, you can take an actualized, itemized expense method if you want. It's just more labor intensive. So, if that's the expense, then your gross revenue, how much money are you making? It can't be $1 a mile. Then you're making 25 cents gross profit. And that means that is before taxes gross profit, or unadjusted revenue, we'll say. So you need to have a profit margin. This is business 101, right? So that's what my margin is. That's why I teach you $1.75, ideally $2 to $3 plus. So when you adjust for taxes, at least you're making a decent amount of money. You know, it's not going to make you rich. This is usually done as a side hustle. At least you'll be making a profit though. I don't know about you, but I don't want you to drive for free these potholes in Pittsburgh. How you doing, folks? Welcome in. We're driving for 5 hours at least here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. DoorDash, Grubhub, and yes, Uber Eats. The first offer I took was on Uber Eats. Isn't that crazy? I didn't think that was going to happen today. I even usually title a video, as you can tell, DoorDash, because DoorDash is like the most popular and typically it's what I'm doing the most offers on. But as I just told you, I'll drive on whatever makes me the most money. So Uber Eats is like, hey, you want $30 for 53 minutes? I said, pause, Dash. What's DoorDash, huh? I don't even know about that platform. Hey, what's up, Uber Eats? Hey, guys. Okay, we're 5 minutes away from this leave at door Arby's offer. A DC pothole busted my tire. I was so mad. You know what's funny? And it's not really funny, but we can pretend it's funny. I was driving my personal vehicle. It's a nice vehicle. I really like that vehicle. It's a Tesla Model Y Performance. You know, I take care of it. I hand wash it. And I was driving near Point Breeze area here in Pittsburgh, and I hit the most insane pothole in that car. And that car has like 21-inch kind of matte gray Uber turbine wheels, it's called. They're all nice looking, and it just completely scuffed up those wheels. And the sound that it made was insane. It just threw that car straight into that pothole and just crushed. Luckily, it didn't bend the wheel. It just really scuffed it up. Yes, I know. They're like, oh, go to the city, make them pay for it. I don't want to deal with that headache. I put some like paint correction over it. Like they sell the alloy paint, so I just painted over the scuff. I got a quote to repair the rims. It was like $225 a rim, which is fine, but I'm not gonna pay that right now. I don't want to waste my money per se on something cosmetic. I was so upset. Now, I would have been more upset, but frankly, I already had some road rash on the wheels. I try my best, but I did already have some road rash. Oh, it power bombed my rim into that pot. And funny, magically, the week after, they put a cone over that pothole and they blocked it off. So clearly, some people were complaining, and the pothole got enough victims that the city blocked it. All right. Our delivery's right up here. Yep. Okay. Be right back. Hello. Oh, an add-on. I don't really want to do that. It was like 6 something for 2 miles. Pretty good, but I think we can do better. Here's another add-on. It's going way out of the zone. It's actually pretty good. It's $12.55 for 4.1, but it's going even more south. Now, it doesn't matter on Uber Eats. But I want to stay on DoorDash as well. $22.05 for 6.8. Another alcohol. It's going 30 minutes south of the city. I appreciated Uber Eats, but I'm going to try to stay in the center of the city. Now, if it gets ridiculous, then maybe I'll take something way out of the zone, but I really want to stay in the zone. Now, here, they keep sending me add-ons. That's a stack, I don't want it. $15.27 for like 3 miles. These are so good, but they're all going out of the zone on Uber Eats. That $15 one was a stack as well. Oh, there's some kids walking around with shovels looking to, I think, make some money. They are also straight directly in front of me. And they're not kids. That is a grown man that just turned around and looked at me. Okay. Now, I noticed we're doing that alcohol one, right? On Uber Eats. So instead of saying like complete delivery or whatever it says verify sobriety. Interesting. They keep sending me add-ons, guys. It says verify sobriety. So this is going to be interesting. Add-on after add-on after. I'm going to take one. I mean, Uber Eats, they're sending me add-on after add-on, but they're keeping me south. I don't want that. Give me one, guys, that pulls me back into the center of the city, and I'll take it. But again, if the pay is good enough. See, 1709 for 4.3, 30 minutes. These are good. Some are better than others, but like these are fine add-ons. It's just keeping me south. I would have snatched some of those. Yeah, zones are trash. Hey, exactly. If you're comfortable driving more open, like more in a more open area, then go for it. If you're like, I'll drive anywhere, then yeah, you would have grabbed one of these instantly. Not that one. 1222 for 7.9, not that great. Person is speeding up the hill. Ridiculous. So, yeah, we're gonna go through the Uber Eats alcohol delivery process here in a second. I got 11 minutes because I am going out of the area here. Do you ever deal with any crazies? Will, thanks for being here. Oh, now this one's coming back in the zone, but it's not quite good enough. Guys, 1460, 42 minutes, 6.4 miles. It needs to be better. Knock on wood, I mean, thankfully not really. You know, no crazies. Sona, thanks for being here from New York, the Bronx area. As long as it's financially profitable and safe, I'll go wherever. Here's a stack. It's going out of the zone. I don't deserve this. $20, 48 minutes, 8.2. But it's going even more south. Wow. You're getting so close, Uber Eats. Send me this, literally, send me the same ratio just back into the city, please. And I'll take it right now. Police activity. Do I have to yield or does he have to yield? Okay. Okay. This is one of the trickier merging areas here as I move over, and then we try to move over again like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3 cars involved on my left. Police presence there. It looks like maybe a fender bender. Careful with the speeding car behind you. You know what? That's funny. I did notice that VW behind me was coming up quickly. But we're good. We're good. We're good. I saw them. You have good eyes if you saw that. Offer after offer after offer. Oh, this one is decent. Oh, they're resending it. 1710 for 6.5. They're resending me this one. That could be a good positioning offer though. That's only let's say $8.25 an offer or so for 44 minutes. I'm gonna wait. Remember, this is a $30 offer that I just took, which means there's some good pay out there. I'm gonna wait. I can't bring the Model Y around these Pittsburgh drivers for too long. You know, the drivers are pretty decent. Obviously, you're gonna have this, you know, proportion that are bad drivers, but what is that? Oh. Boom, there we go. Boom. Yep. That was exclusive. Yes, let's go. I got one. I told you there's no reason I had to be accepting anything that I didn't really want. $24, 68 miles. Here, we're stuck on the bridge. I can show you. $24, 68 miles for 9.5 miles for 52 minutes. So it's going to be $2 a mile, over $2 a mile for under an hour Both offers are like 12 bucks each for $25 basically. Cash flow. Okay, I'm going through the tunnel. If I lose you in the tunnel, I'm sorry. But let's see what happens. I need to film that anyway, so let me film this. The shift is going great. It's going very good right now. We just accepted $25 for, what was it? 9.5 miles. $25, 9.5 miles. Quoted for 52 minutes. A stacked offer going right back to the center of the city, which is exactly what I wanted. I gotta film this, but the camera's too dark right now. So just give me a second when I get out of these tunnels. We stole all your snow, Izzy. You can have it back. I don't like it. And next week, hey, next week it might get to 40 degrees, guys. That's all I'm saying. It might get to 40 something. Get out the shorts. Right now, though, it's like 10, 8 degrees. And the sun's still up, so just give it another hour when the sun goes down. Now, right now, I'm on the second leg of this alcohol run. Okay, let me film this Uber Eats one. Now, I was declining because Uber Eats does what they do, and they kept sending me offer after offer already. I'm still on the second leg, right, doing this alcohol drop-off right now. They kept sending me offers. And the funny thing is, they were pretty high paying. They were like $2 a mile, maybe $18 cash flow. So these were good, but they just kept pulling me south. This is the biggest pothole. Wow. So I knew, I could do a little bit better than that. So I just kept declining. Pothole. So many potholes. And I had a feeling that a strong offer was going to come in that was the same kind of ratio of pay, but it was going to be in a better zone. And I got one. I got $24 on a stack. $24.68 for 2 offers, 9.5 miles, quoted to take 52 minutes. I mean, this one that I'm on is like 30 bucks for 53 minutes. So the main thing with this offer is it was taking me back into a better spot. So it was taking me from outside of the city right back to the center of the city. Now, yeah, Uber Eats does not have zones. So you can drive anywhere as long as they have service on Uber Eats and subsequently Grubhub. But I want to multi-app with DoorDash. What a stellar offer. Now there's no dead time. So now, as soon as I finish this one, I'm already on an assignment that's going to make another $25. Very good, very good. How about that? Good afternoon, Kevin. David said the Super Bowl sucks. You're not going to work tomorrow. Who is working tomorrow? Is anyone working tomorrow? You? Yes, no? Let me know in the live chat. I'm not. I'm going to go visit my parents, watch the Super Bowl. I don't really have a stake in the game, but, I try to visit on Sundays. So we're going to go visit and watch the game. All right, here we go. I'm 5 minutes away from this alcohol delivery on Uber Eats. I assume it's gonna be seamless, hopefully. Now Uber Eats, it can send a live location of the customer if they opt into it. So I see the person's little icon here. So they're waiting.